And I thought it would be interesting, but I guess they're talking about who's physically stronger, men or women. So I'm curious to see what these women are actually going to say and what their excuses are going to be in regards to this conversation. Because this is kind of throwing me for a little bit. So let's go ahead and rock out. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe.
A lot of women, which is true, a lot of women don't want to do a lot of the same hard labor work as jobs, but you shouldn't say all women, because I know that I myself, I've worked in construction, I've worked in the fields, and I've done exterior home renovations. So you can't really stigmatize it to all women.
You said a lot.
True.
Most women.
Yeah. So you didn't say all.
Did you not say all?
Wait, let me ask you a question. So you say you do construction, you're out in the fields, right? When you're on a construction site or doing a construction gig, what percentage are men?
Majority.
Okay, so most, would you say most then?
Yeah.
Okay, well.
I mean, a lot of the women work behind the scenes, more of like in the office and stuff. Like in the company itself, there is still a lot of women that do work in the construction company, just not actively out like laying down the concrete.
That's not, you're not like actually doing the construction. If you are like the accountant.
But
no, I'm sure you were, but most women don't want those jobs. That's because
they're not for women.
That is the joke of feminism. You can only have feminism when there's comfortable air-conditioned office jobs. You can't have feminism when it's like brutal physical labor. So this whole idea, women weren't allowed to work 200 years ago. Bruv, you wouldn't have wanted to work 200 fucking years ago. Work was like backbreaking.
But why denied the act? Like why deny women from working? Wanting to work?
Even women really weren't even. If you wanted to, I suppose you could have worked.
But why the laws were made so women could not?
There weren't laws.
There were.
There weren't laws.
What laws?
There were like women slaves building the pyramids and stuff too.
Who's physically stronger, men or women?
Technically men.
What do you mean technically men?
Men.
Because so there are certain instances where, let's say you have a male. Males are born on average 35% more muscle mass than females straight out of the womb. That's just science. That's a fact, right?
Well, actually, hold on. Before puberty, I think there's actually, and I actually might be wrong on this, but my understanding is actually before puberty, like, I think it's pretty equal between boys and girls before puberty. I could be wrong. I'm not an expert.
There's still a muscle mass percentage difference.
Am I wrong, Chad? I could be wrong.
Let's look it up.
I thought there wasn't a huge difference.
It's not. It's not until puberty, because that's when puberty starts. That's when testosterone starts to heighten, and then
there's still a difference straight out of the womb, though.
I'm sure, but it's
like
not
genetically, it is muscle. It's muscle. I'm pretty sure it's muscle mass or muscle capacity, but I do know that male babies are born straight out of the womb with more muscle mass than a female. But let's say that man specifically, let's say he doesn't work out all the time, or maybe he does moderately, right? If you have a woman, right, that's eating the correct diet, going to the gym every day, she's benching like 250. She's gonna be stronger than that guy.
How many women bench 250?
Most women, man, get the fuck out of here. Benching. Now, if you said squat, that'd be something different, or deadlifting, something different. But you said benching, man, sit the fuck down.
I used to when I played football in high school.
You bench 250?
Dude, look at her muscle.
You bench 250? Get the fuck out of here. I don't believe that shit.
I played tackle and boys varsity football. It's a baby now. I haven't worked.
Just because you got the muscle, that don't mean shit, bro. 250? Do you know how much 250 is? Do you know how much 250 pounds is?
Out in years, okay? I have not worked out in years.
Hey, well, first off, impressive. Good for you.
I don't give a fuck about the biceps, nigga. Your biceps ain't got shit to do. Your biceps ain't got shit to do with bench pressing. Nigga, that's all triceps and chest. They ain't got and shoulders. They ain't got shit to do with your biceps. So this right here don't mean nothing. You should have did this. Should have hit it with and then hit it with Fuck is you talking about?
But
no, but okay.
But you're like an outlier in that case if you can.
I don't believe it.
outbench some.
I need a
guy
video.
who-
I need a
who
Well, it
video.
came
never
from
goes to the
like
gym.
years of working out. Is what
Wait,
I'm
how
saying.
did-
Anyone can do it. It just takes dedication.
Wait, how did you play football? Did you go to like a school
Yeah,
Where,
can
Did
you
I
pull,
go to a
wait, can you pull
school
your
where like
microphone?
women could play football?
Can you?
Oh yeah, in Southern California, is it different here?
I was just wondering.
No,
if
it's-
Any
women can-
female can apply, like
Yeah,
can try
women
out
can
for
do
Hold
the.
your mic.
football.
Sorry.
No, pull your mic close to the edge. I think women are not barred from playing football, but the reality
They
is
just don't
it's
want
such
to.
a physically like intense sport that they're just not temperamentally drawn to it. And there's just certain like they're gonna get hurt.
Mhm.
What position did you play?
I played D tackle and I was a starter.
Nice.
I don't believe that shit. Hold on, bro. You're not finna set pin gas like me. I don't believe that shit. Hold on. Let me see something, y'all. I'm sorry. Give me a second. Let me see something. I don't believe it. What's her name? Damn, he ain't tagging me in. Or they stopped tagging them, huh? Hold on, give me a second. Might be able to find it right here. Think he tagged them on the. Yeah, he might have tagged them here. Okay, so let's see. Q-Pill, whatever. Let's see. Because I know you lying. Okay, so that's not her. That's not her. Nikki. Interesting. Queen. Okay, this is her. Oh, so she ain't got no photos. She has no photos of her with football, nothing regarding football. It's just 4 pictures. Interesting. I don't believe it. And just so that way for proof, so y'all don't think I'm just up here just talking shit. Yeah, that's her. All she got is 4 pictures up there. I don't see anything. I don't see anything in regards to her playing football or anything like that. So until we know otherwise, I call bullshit.
Like those things that pop up
Mhm.
that said that a lot of women, which is true, a lot of women don't want to do a lot of the same hard labor work as jobs, but you shouldn't say all women, because I know that I myself, I've worked in construction, I've worked in the fields, and I've done exterior home renovations.
Oh,
so
okay.
women work behind the scenes more of like in
Okay, so would you say most then?
women work behind the scenes more of like in the office and stuff.
Think
Like in the
Andrew
company itself, there is still a lot of women that do work in the construction company, just not actively
Yeah, but that's
out
not
like
doing
laying down the
construction.
concrete.
You're not like actually doing the construction. If you
I mean,
are like
they
the
weren't,
accountant,
but
no, I'm sure you were, but most women don't want those jobs. That's
Because they're not for women.
That is the joke of feminism. You can only have feminism when there's comfortable air-conditioned office jobs. You can't have feminism when it's like brutal physical labor. So this whole idea, women weren't allowed to work 200 years ago. Bruv, you wouldn't have wanted to work 200 fucking years ago.
Facts.
Work was like
But
backbreaking.
why
and-
why deny women from working,
I
wanting
don't.
to
Well,
work?
women really weren't even. If you wanted to, I suppose.
Man, women still working today overseas. Go look at the women who be carrying them shits on top of their head, be going to them wells and shit and picking the fruits and all that shit, doing the heart. Man, they still be over that bitch working today. Y'all think y'all will do that shit? Just go over there to the third world countries and go and do what they do. Let's see how long you last. Let's see if that feminism talk then. Let's see if that feminism talk aligns then. See if you're gonna be talking that same talk. Let's see if you're gonna be talking that same feminism talk. Go over there. Just take a trip. Just get on a plane. Since y'all make so much money, since y'all so educated and y'all make so much money, use that money, get on the plane, go the fuck overseas over there to a third world country and go live over that bitch for a month, I guarantee you're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna stop talking about this feminism shit. That's a bunch of bullshit. I do not advocate for it. I do not advocate for it. Guarantee it.
You could have worked.
But why the laws were made so
There weren't
women
laws.
could not?
There weren't laws.
There were.
There weren't laws.
What laws?
There were like women slaves building the pyramids and stuff too.
Who's physically stronger, men or women?
Technically men.
What do you mean
Physically
technically men?
men.
Because so there are certain instances where, let's say you have a male. Males are born on average 35% more muscle mass than females straight out of the womb. That's just science. That's a fact.
Correct.
Right?
Well, actually, hold on. Before puberty, I think there's actually, and I actually might be wrong on this, but my understanding is actually before puberty, like, I think it's pretty equal between boys and girls before puberty. I could be wrong. I'm not an expert.
There's still a muscle mass percentage difference
Am
in
I wrong,
the BMI.
Chad? I could be wrong.
Let's look it up.
I
thought there wasn't a huge difference.
It's not.
between-
It's not until puberty, because that's when puberty starts. That's when testosterone starts to heighten, and then
There's still a
we develop
difference
muscle.
straight out of the womb, though.
I'm sure, but it's
Like
not muscle
genetically,
mass.
it is muscle. It's muscle. I'm pretty sure it's muscle mass or muscle capacity, but I do know that male babies are born straight out of the womb with more muscle mass than a female. But let's say that man specifically, let's say he doesn't work out all the time, or maybe he does moderately, right? If you have a woman, right, that's eating the correct diet, going to the gym every day, she's benching like 250. She's gonna be stronger than that guy
How
that's
many
just
women
working.
bench 250?
I used to when I played football in high school.
You bench 250?
Dude,
I
look
did.
at her muscles.
I played D tackle and boys
That-
varsity
I
football.
don't
It's a
believe that
baby
shit.
now. I haven't worked out in years. Okay, I have not worked out in years.
Hey, well, first off,
She hadn't worked out in years, but she said that she benched. I don't believe that shit, man.
impressive. Good for you. You got guns.
But
No, but okay.
But you're like an outlier in that case if you can
I don't believe it, bro.
outbench some guy who
well, it came
never
from
goes to the
like
gym.
years of working out. That's what
Wait,
I'm
how
saying.
did-
Anyone can do it.
Oh,
It just
hell
takes
up.
dedication.
Wait, how did you play football? Did you go to like a school
Yeah, can
Did
you
I
pull-
go to a
wait, can you pull
school
your
where like
microphone?
women could play football?
Can you?
Oh yeah, in Southern California. Is it different here?
I was just wondering.
No,
if
it's-
Any
women can-
female can apply, like
Yeah,
can try
women
out
can
for
Pull
do
your mic.
football.
Sorry.
No, pull your mic close to the edge. I think women are not barred from playing football, but the reality
They
is
just don't
it's
want
such
to.
a physically like intense sport that they're just not temperamentally drawn to it, and there's just certain like they're gonna get hurt.
Mhm.
What position did you play?
I played D tackle and I was a starter.
I don't believe it.
Nice.
You
I don't
were
believe that.
you paid.
D tackle and I was a
don't
starter.
believe it. I don't believe
Is
it.
that the
I don't
defensive?
believe it.
Wait, are you on the
Defensive end,
line?
yes. I was on the defensive line.
Okay,
I'm right next to the center.
cool.
On defense?
Yeah, I played D tackle.
Did your team lose?
No, actually, I transferred from Tesoro High School, which was a D1 school, to Rancho Buena Vista, which was a D3 school. So I actually helped them bring up their standing.
JV or varsity?
It was JV, but I was a freshman.
Okay,
So
sounds like affirmative action or some shit. I don't know.
You was JV, but you telling me you was lifting 250 as a freshman. Girl, get out of my face.
I get really involved in stuff and I like what I do. I
I
like
don't
physical
believe that
things.
shit.
I
I
like working
don't
out. I
believe
like
it.
being
She
outdoors. I like
lying.
doing construction.
You
I
lying.
like doing hard
You
physical
lying.
labor because it makes me
Lying.
feel good.
You lying.
That's cool. Wait,
You lying.
but generally speaking, men are physically stronger than women.
They can
Technically-
be.
What do you mean they can be? They are.
They are.
They
I'm
have
not saying
more-
that there's like
They have more testosterone in their muscles, which allows them to become stronger and develop muscle mass easier.
It also
Yes.
depends on a lot of things because
I'm not
women can
saying-
still be as strong as men.
No.
It just takes work.
let me
Yeah,
ask you a
it
question.
takes work.
No. Let me ask you a question. Using what you just said there, is the strongest woman, does any woman in the world have the capacity to be as strong as the strongest man in the world?
It depends.
On what?
On a
Here we go,
lot of
again.
factors. Well, okay, wait. Are we
Let's
talking
go
about
for
like
them.
actually, or are we talking about just like hypothetically? Because like
Actually,
yeah,
actually,
with steroids
Nope.
and with intensive training.
The strongest man in the world, no matter how much steroids you do, sweetheart, if that man is training his ass off just as you are, he's still gonna be stronger. I'll give you an example. This isn't even just the lifting aspect of it. So there's this MMA fighter. Right? Shorty was like, she's a professional MMA fighter, well-known MMA fighter. And she got into it with this average dude. He was not an MMA fighter. He was not nothing. He was just an average guy. But Buddy was like 6'2". And I think Shorty's about 5. I think she said she's about 5'7" or so. Professional MMA fighter. You've probably seen her before. I forgot her name, but she's a professional fighter, right? She was on an interview. She said she got her ass whooped by an average dude who was 6'2". He said he was about $180, $190. Again, she's about 5'7". She's about 5'7", 130 something pounds, maybe. Professional MMA fighter, and she still got her ass beat by the average guy who don't even know MMA. So even with that, so no matter how much training you do as a woman, you can take all the steroids you want. You still will not be remotely close to the strongest man in the fucking world. What the fuck is wrong with her? Mark said, I was the smallest D-tackle in high school, and I'm 6'1", 280 at the time. Bullshit. That's what I'm saying, Marcus. That's what I'm saying, bro. I don't believe this shit that she talking about. A D-tackle lifting 250 as a freshman, playing JV football as a defensive tackle. Girl, man, she better sit the fuck down somewhere. I don't believe that. Probably with some private school with a bunch of shitbag ass players who were garbage as shit, who probably were never going to play football or play JV, play varsity football, were never going to start. They probably was a trash football team. Nobody was athletic on any fucking level. I don't believe none she talking about. That's what I'm saying. 250 is a lot of weight. 250 is a lot of weight, bro. And she said she lifted 250. Now, mind you, she said she a defensive tackle. Offensive linemen are big. Typically, they're bigger than the fucking defensive tackles. And she telling me she moving these niggas? Man, she better.
And work
naturally.
Naturally? Probably not. If they were both the strongest, but I do believe that there is a way to become stronger. Have we actually like even tested this? Is there actually like knowledge based on this thesis?
2 weeks. Wait, so you think, okay, let me just ask the question one more time. Do you think that any woman in the world could be as strong as the strongest man in the world?
I guess technically no.
Don't walk it back.
Why you keep saying technically? No.
Well, okay, with steroids and a bunch of other stuff.
Okay, let's say there's a man on steroids and there's a woman on steroids. Who's going to be stronger?
Okay, then technically the man.
Actually, I would be prepared to argue that the strongest natural guy who's never taken steroids, he's going to be stronger than the woman who's pumped full of steroids. Even with that, what's the term? Even with that advantage, a woman on steroids, she's not even going to, even then, isn't going to be as strong as the strongest natural guy.
Okay.
So even if I concede to you that yes, we'll have a woman who's on steroids and have her compete against a guy who's just natural strength, no steroids, he's still gonna fucking scorch her in like various lifts. Certainly in a fight, he'll fuck her up.
I don't think with that while she's on, like if he's not on steroids and she is, that might be a little different. But like if they're both like on equal playing ground, then yeah, he would beat her.
Even if she has this,
and you shut the fuck up, huh?
Handicap of taking steroids, she's still not going to be stronger than him.
Where's your evidence?
What do you mean my evidence?
It hasn't been tested. So you know for a fact.
Look at natural bodybuilding. If you compare a male natural bodybuilder to a female steroid bodybuilder, just his physical size is going to be larger anyways. In addition, like if you probably look at their lifts, he probably lifts heavier.
Why don't you look up the world
Let me see something.
records for lifting with women versus men and look at it?
Let's look it up. Men's world lift records are just so y'all know I ain't making up shit. Men's world lift records are significantly higher than women's, reflecting psychological differences, but records are often compared within body weight classes, showing women achieving an impressive relative strength, with super heavyweight women sometimes surpassing lightweight men's totals, though generally women lift around 60 to 80% of male counterparts in specific lifts like squats, bench, and deadlifts, with recent years showing narrowing gaps in some areas as female lifting talent pools expand. So what is she talking about?
The disparity.
Right now?
If
Oh
Brian,
Oh.
but if Brian allow you, but why don't you do that? Why don't you look at the disparity? Look at the female bench press record.
Well, that's what I was planning on doing after the show, because now I actually want to know.
And look at how much more the male's bench press record is world record than the woman's.
This is the plan.
So you think that a woman on steroids?
But that's actually like not just steroids, but has actually like actively been training, been lifting for a majority of time, actively pushing herself to be stronger.
Oh,
she has the ability to.
She has the ability to be stronger than a portion of men.
Yeah,
absolutely. But if you were to compare her to a guy who's not on steroids, who's been, I'm not even going to say training the same amount of time, but that would be the fair comparison. Just a guy who's been lifting for I don't know, a good amount of time. I mean, this is very speculative. Let's just compare.
Let's be honest. A chick who's been working her ass off, who's been pushing her weight to get stronger, versus a dude who works out 3 times a fucking day, and he's been doing it over the course of 10 years. Over the course of 10 years, working out 3 times a week, lifting weights. He's still going to be stronger than that woman who's been pushing herself to be stronger. He's still going to beat her. In benching, in deadlift, in squats, he's going to beat her. She might be closer in regards to the squats. She might be. But she's still going to lose. If he lifts just as heavy as she does 3 days a week, he's still going to be stronger. That's a fact.
A guy who's been training for 10 years, not on steroids, versus a woman who's been training for 10 years on steroids, that guy's going to be able to lift more than she is.
Facts.
That's how great the disparity is between our strengths.
Yeah, but it also depends on like that female's testosterone levels too, because
doesn't matter.
You can still have XY chromosomes and have a higher testosterone spike and be able to have. Do you know how much
more testosterone men have than women?
A bit, but there's also
a bit. It's exponentially more.
At this point,
it's exponentially more.
Wait, am I wrong? Like, don't just side with me because you like my podcast or whatever. Let's say a guy who they're both like very serious about the gym is a guy who's never taken steroids going to be stronger than a woman. They're training the same amount of time.
Listen, matter of fact, I found it, y'all. I found it. Here it is. Watch this.
Damn. Watch this. Now watch this. This shorty here, she is an MMA fighter, professional UFC fighter, professional.
4 out of 5 ligaments fighting a man for real. I went to the gym and I was so angry and I wanted to fight, and I fought a guy that couldn't take me down, and my knee got stuck in the mat, and I was so like defending the takedown so well, but when I went to go turn him off the mat, my foot got stuck, and then when I went to go turn, it completely caved, and so I tore 4 out of 5 ligaments. The second time I went into the back alley while I was serving, and I fought the line cook because we had been really going at each other for a long time. A long story. Yeah, he dropped me 3 times, and I have to say, and this is no ego, I popped right back up after every single time I got dropped. And I had my eyes swollen shut for 3 days and 11 stitches in my eye because I thought that I could fight a man.
A cook, y'all. Nigga who be whipping in the kitchen. Order up. Serve one. Order up, pancake and eggs. I here giving swollen eyes in the back alley. I here giving swollen eyes in the back alley. See what I'm saying? See what I'm talking about? Man, they just be talking, bro. Just be talking, just to be talking. Listen, why are y'all in so much competition with fucking men, bro? Why? Stay in your lane, dog. Just stay in your lane. Stay in your lane. Stop trying to compete with us, dog. Did you not see what happened when you let a man get into women's sports? They beat y'all ass every single time. They beat y'all ass every single fucking time. But for some reason, y'all continue to keep trying to compete with us. Bruh, there was a whole video of this big out of shape dude. Huge, big ass dude, big bald head joker. Excuse me, 3 shorties. They got into the ring with this dude. He whooped all 3 of their asses. This dude ain't worked out in years. Big as shit. Looked like he probably about a smooth 5'10", 5'9", about a smooth 300 pounds. And he beat the brakes out of all 3 of those women. These women in shape, they could fight a little bit, and they were getting their ass rocked by this dude. Stay in y'all fucking lane, bro. Matter of fact, there was another situation where this woman, because I think it actually happened recently. There was a lifting competition, and there was a guy who won. There was a T girl who won, and one of the competitors, who I think she was number 2 or some shit, she got pissed and walked off because of it. She's like, this is bullshit. She lost to a man. So this whole conversation, just stay in your fucking lane. No, stop trying to compete with men. You gonna lose that battle every fucking time. Just stay in your lane. Just be the best woman that you can be. If you want to be the strongest woman in the world, be the strongest woman in the world. Why are you trying to compete with a man for? You're gonna lose that battle every single time, dog. You're gonna lose the battle every single time. This is a good example of how women think natural born men can transition to women. Facts, bro. Facts. Shit don't make no sense. Shit don't make no sense to me, dog.
Where the money at? Move it in!
Yo, shout out to Macaroni Tony for the $10. He says supporting the channel. I appreciate you, homie. Thank you so much for supporting the channel, big dog. Thank you, dog.
Listen, your savings account is robbing you blind. But don't worry, I found out a way how to make my money work for me in my sleep, and I can help you do the exact same thing. Now, this isn't no get-rich-quick scheme. This isn't no pyramid scheme. This isn't something, just trust me. situation. This is legit, and this is something that every average day person can implement in their lives, and they can really get to a bag. This isn't a short-term play, it's a long-term play. There's a promo going on right now, so you definitely want to jump on it before the price goes up, because this is too valuable. The link is in the description, and hey, let's get our money up.